What is going on, everyone? Chris, with Journals, Comics, and Pop Culture. I'm chilling in my room, hanging out here, just, watch some Daredevil Season 2, because I'm rewatching it with Born Again out and everything. I'm on a Daredevil kick right now. But guys, that's not what the video is about today. I'm actually cleaning up and organizing in my room, too, and I wanted to do a brief video here speaking on a topic that I have been bringing up now for a good few years on my channel. You guys know that I like to talk about comic book supplies. And I've done a lot of videos talking about comic book supplies, all different kind of brands. And I'm going to show you guys again certain bags from a certain company. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I am very transparent that I have an affiliate program with BCW. Well, what does that mean? It means that with BCW, I have a code that you all can use to where you go to the website and you get 10% off your orders. And I get a little bit of a kickback as well from those orders. I get 5%. I think I did the last video I spoke on this. I mean, I make like what, $20 a month off of that, if even that. I think it was even less than that, but it's literally pennies. And I've always been very transparent about the product that I use. I love BCW. But I also use other products. I use Gerber for most of my Mylar. I do use Comic Proline for my 56-point boards for the last few years. So with that being said, I want to show you guys again. This is a Comic Proline OPP bag, the crystal clear OPP bag, after roughly 2 years. So I put this comic in this bag just about 2 years ago, okay? And you guys could see that it is extremely, extremely wrinkled. Now, I will say this, there's context to this, because I always say too, no matter what products you use, storage matters, and the room environment of that storage matters. I had a stack of Marvel Super Actions and Marvel Tales. I have one right here. That is also in a OPP Comic Proline bag that isn't as bad, but you can see that it's pretty wrinkled as well. These were all stacked up. I got these, they're all like reprints, you know, the Bronze Age reprint runs. I had a stack of them like this in a little pile sitting against my couch here. Yeah, they were sitting there for a couple of years because I didn't know if I wanted to put them in my collection or if I was going to sell them. And I'm in here organizing, and I decided to finally go through them. And a few of them I had in the Comic Prolines. And this is what they look like. So what's the caveat here? Well, you don't ever really want to keep your books stacked on top of each other. Now, what I do is I flip them. Like half of them will be one way and the half of them will be that way. That way there's no, that extra spine weight on one side that can cause spine rolls. I make sure I do that so they were stacked like that. But stacking them like that will allow less breathing room for your bags to breathe. So when you think about a box, a comic book box, right? You always want to leave some breathing room. Like this box right here, I would not put any more books in this box. This is as full as I would put it because not only does it allow you to flip through them and see the comics and pull them out easily, it gives the bags breathing room. All right? So I have definitely had my share of poly bags that were kept in boxes where there was no breathing room. It's so tight. No matter the brand, it will cause something like this. It will. So, what's the point of this video, Chris, you may ask? Is this to sit here and say Comic Proline bags are horrible and BCW bags are better? Ultra Pro are better? All these other knockoff brands or not even knockoff. I shouldn't use that. That's wrong. You know, these smaller companies that are producing more of a generic bag. I mean, I just actually bought some bags that were the not the Eager Bird, the Gemini brand. I was actually thinking about doing a video on those. They seem decent quality. I haven't had them long enough to see if there's any, long-term wear to them or wrinkling. But no, that's not my intent here. Because what did I just say? I've had all kind of poly bag brands do this if they're not properly well kept. Now, the worst experience I've had with poly bags, and I've said this for years, is Ultra Pro. Ultra Pro has wrinkled the worst, in my opinion. I have some BCW bags that have been kept in my boxes with enough breathing room in cool, dark spaces in this room that are still there, that don't have any wrinkle. I've showed those off in a recent video. A lot of my Rebirth stuff was bagged and boarded with BCW bags and boards, just standard poly bags. They look amazing. They look brand new, pretty much no issue with them whatsoever. Now, like I said, I do have some BCWs that have been in a situation where there was less breathing room and they have wrinkled. So, I do want to show this too. Look at that. And that's another thing that, has been an issue with the Proline bags. I even ordered some more. This first happened, 3-4 years ago now. And then I ordered more. And it kept happening. And then I ordered more, last year? And they were still splitting. Not good. But the main point I want to make with this video isn't even about the splits. It's about the fact that the hype of the OPP plastic, to me, it hasn't grabbed me. It hasn't grabbed me at all. Now, as you guys know, they're supposed to be like a replacement of Mylar, but they're not, although they have more of that thicker, stiffer feel. It's not that they're thicker, they're still 2 mil, but they're a stiffer, they're a less stretchable polypropylene plastic because of the process that they're put through. So, while, and also, and I've said this before too, I don't think they are crystal clear. I put the bags up to standard poly bags, and they're actually, in certain light, you could see more of a fog to them. Now, they have kept their prices low, and that's a big kicker. It's a big kicker because cost of everything has continued to go up. And when we see a discounted price, they run sales all the time. That could be a good way of really pulling people in and saying, okay, I'm making a decision to buy Proline. But I've said this before and I'll say it again. If Proline OPP bags stop splitting, stop doing this, I don't know if I would buy them over BCW poly all the time, but I would absolutely buy a bunch more. Honestly, because of their, stiffness that mimics similar to a Mylar, I might actually buy them not to replace my standard BCW polys, but to replace some Mylar because Mylar is so expensive. Because I will be able to overlook the fact that these wrinkle just like standard poly bags do. And that's the argument here, guys. They will wrinkle just like standard poly bags do. Anybody who tells you that they won't is either not telling you the truth or maybe they just simply haven't experienced it yet. I just want to be completely transparent about what these bags can do and about what all other bags can do. I am rooting for Proline to up their product when it comes to the splitting. And I would be able to overlook the fact that they wrinkle very, very similar to standard poly bags. And I've even, let me just say this, guys, and I've showed this out. You can go look at all the videos that I've done talking about comic book supplies. I've shown you some OPP bags that have wrinkled, that have been kept in, standard boxes with breathing room. A lot of them tend to start wrinkling and waving on the back flap. It's very interesting. So that's what I got for you guys today. Hey, you know, Comic Proline, I will say this. Comic Proline is out of Canada, and they sent out an email recently about, you know, these tariffs and what that could mean. And I feel really bad for them. I mean, it's really messed up that they might be impacted by these tariffs when they are a smaller company trying to do things. And, you know, again, I'm not even neutral because I buy their product, some of their product. I just stay away from their OPP bags. I love their boards. Absolutely love their boards. 56 point, that is. That's the video, though, guys. Again, in no way is this a diss to Comic Proline because I'm you know, in bed with BCW. Absolutely not. I would buy Comic Book Proline boards, 56 point boards over E. Gerber. I buy those over BCW boards for all my Silver Age stuff and my keys. Their standard boards are cheaper than BCW, so if you're looking to save a few bucks, they're still solid. I would still spend a couple more dollars for BCW boards just because I do believe they are slightly higher quality. That's the standard, like what, 26 points, something like that. Comic Proline has solid boxes. I would definitely, they're more of a, they're made out of a plastic. They're not just the cardboard, but I'm a cardboard guy all day long. So again, there's positive things about Comic Proline. There are. I am just still hesitant on their OPP bags. And that's just the honest truth. I'm not here to sell you one way or another. It's simply my truth as a comic book collector and what I use for my comics, for my collection, what I use for my comics for when I sell, and what I'm willing to spend my money on. So, love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Be well, and until next time.